Hello everyone, welcome to Java Sessions. So, in this tutorial video, I'll be giving you a deeper look into Java if-else statement. Although the syntax behind if-else statement is pretty simple, I'm pretty sure by now you guys are familiar with if statements. If I remember correctly, in one of my previous video where I showed you guys how to write a quick sorting algorithm, there was an if statement in that algorithm. So you guys are pretty familiar with the syntax of an if statement. But what I didn't do in that video, I didn't dive deeper into the logic behind if statement. So this is what this video is meant to do. There will be two parts of this video. Part one, where I'll be generating a random, where I'll allow the computer to generate a random number, and then the second part, it will be where the user will be given an option to check any number that they wish to input in the algorithm. I'm pretty sure by now you don't know what I mean, but you will see as we dive into this video. So if you're new here, please do subscribe. That would be very much appreciated. And then do leave a like, leave a comment if you have any questions. I will be more than happy to answer any question that you have. So okay, let's get started. Let's open Eclipse. I'm pretty sure by now you guys are already familiar with how to create a Java project in Eclipse. I do have a video on that. If you're not 100% sure, I'll leave the link in the description. Okay, what am I doing opening Eclipse? Let me look at a question first. So if you're pretty confident about Java if-else statement, I do dare you right now to just pause the video and try to solve this question on your own. But then after that, you can just continue the video and check your answer. But what is asked of us here is that we should enter an integer, and then that integer, we should check if it's an odd number or an even number, which we're going to do with an if statement. And then if it's an odd number, we print out weird. If it's an even number, they have three conditions for even numbers. It's either it has the range from 2 to 5, 6 to 20, or greater than 20. Depending on the range, also it will depend on what we print out, whether it's not weird or weird. Okay. And then also the constraint between the numbers should be 1 and 100. I think the reason they didn't go from 0 to 100 is because nobody out there really knows whether 0 is an even number or an odd number. 0 is just a weird number, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure nobody will know whether 0 is an even number. Although if we do check it on with a Java code, it will output that it's an even number, but I mean, to check that, you have to divide it by 2, since we all know that all even numbers are divisible by 2. But then 0 is divisible by any number, so that would just be, I don't know, it don't be enough to verify that this is really an even number. So let's just take 0 as a neutral number. Just as it's not negative or positive, it shouldn't be even or odd. But then I'm not a mathematician, so if you do have an opposing opinion about that, do leave it in a comment. We should discuss it. Okay, I think I'm talking too much. Let's get to the code. So for this first part, I'll just be giving the power to the computer to generate a random number, a number that is between 1 and 100. And then the second one, it will be you guys who will be inputting numbers that you want to check the weirdness of. So let's create a method. You can write the code that I'll be writing in a method here under the main method, just that I prefer to write a separate method. Just makes the code looks more elegant. It makes the code looks a little bit clean. Actually, not, it makes it look a lot cleaner. If we go into object-oriented programming, we're going to use more classes, which is the whole point of object-oriented programming, which is which is also one of my favorite subjects in programming. Just like the elegance of the code, honestly. Let me make it a void. I'll call it generate random. I didn't spell generate correctly. Generate random. Then okay, perfection. So now let's just dive into the code. So what they said there is that we should be given an integer. So they didn't really tell us how many integers we are supposed to check, so I will be giving you guys the power to check, to not to I'll be giving you guys the power to check how many numbers as you want. So in order to do that, I'll use a scanner where you guys will be inputting an integer, like how many integers do you want to check the weirdness of. So I'll be giving you guys the power of that. I won't just be checking one integer, I'll be checking however many integers you guys want to check. So in order to input, you need to use a scanner. If you're not familiar with a scanner class, do check one of my previous video where I showed you guys how to create your first Java project in Eclipse. We did use an input and output a lot in that video, so there is definitely a scanner class which is used to input data. Oh, we have to import. We're going to need, since we are generating random numbers here, we're going to need another class in the Java library which is called random. Let's call the instance new random. This one doesn't have a parameter, so let's just leave it like that. And also we're going to need to import it. Perfection. Okay, so now let's ask the user, how many integers do you want to check the weirdness of? System how many integers do you wish check the weirdness of? Perfection. Okay, now let's create an integer that will store that thing. So we'll obviously be using a loop. Whether you want to use a while loop or a for loop is totally up to you, but I will be using a while loop because I remember I used the for loop in one of my previous videos. So wait, now I used the while loop in quick sorting algorithm, so let me use a for loop in this one. Same thing, just different syntax. Number, and I meaning number of integers, and next. Perfection. Okay, so what we do now is that we going to do the rest of our algorithm in a for loop where we're generating random numbers, and then I is less than and I plus plus. Perfection. Okay, what's my next move? Oh yeah, I have to generate random numbers. Now they said n, they said the number should be n. Yeah, let's name that integer n will be equal to n dot next int, and then you're going to bound it within 100. By the way, this code won't necessarily generate a number that is between 1 and 100. It will generate a number between 0 and 99. So in order to ensure correctness, we're going to do this thing where you're going to say n is equals to, you're going to add whatever it is that is a random number that is produced by this thing, it will be added by 1, so that when it produces 99, then it will be converted to 100. When it produces 0 will be converted to 1. So by that we ensure that the range is 1 to 100 just by this simple piece of code. Okay, so now since we got our integer, now all we have to do is go to the if else statement and then verify if it's an even number or an odd number. If n is divisible by 2, check that by using the percentage sign. If it's divisible by 2, actually let's check if it's an odd number first before we go to even numbers. We do know that if it's divisible by 2, if it's not divisible by 2, like if it does have a remainder, then it should be equal to 0, to be equal to 1. So that will check an odd number. They say that if it's an odd number, we should point out weird. Let me make it a little bit interesting. Going to n plus So if let's say the number that will be produced there is 1, we'll just say 1 is weird, meaning 1 is an odd number, or 1 is an even number that is between 6 and 20. Else if, that's an else if statement, by the way. Do note that one of the most important things, actually the whole point of this video, is to show you guys how to properly use if else statements. So yeah, this piece of code is very important. And then now we do check the even numbers. If it's an even number, then if you divide it by 2, the remainder will be 0. If you did number theory, you probably know what I'm doing right now. And by the way, don't use or, use and. If you did logic maths, you will know that there's a huge difference between and or when it comes to these propagations. So do use and, don't use or, because if you are saying or, then you are saying even if it's an odd number, and then it's between 2 and 5, there is an odd number between 2 and 5, which is 3. And then since you didn't say and, specifying that all of them have to be true, not only one of them have to be true, then that will just crash our code, because we said if it's an odd number, print out weird, and then now you are saying that if it's between 2 and 3, print out not weird. So yeah, you just crash the code. You don't know what you're really looking for. Let's say if it's greater or equal to 2 and n is less or equal to 5. Also guys, please do feel free to comment if you have any questions. I'd really enjoy it if I'm 100% sure that you guys understood everything that was in this video. Print, let's use print line, not print, since we'll be having several integers to check the weirdness of, depending on what you guys are inputting here. Is not weird. They did say when the range is between 2 and 5, yeah, we should point out it's not weird. As you can see, I'm pretty sure you guys by now already know how the rest of the code will go. It's not that deep. If it's an even number and it's greater or equal to 6 and is less or equal to 20, let me just copy and paste. Point out n is weird. There's a code error here. It's supposed to be double and not just one and also here I said I want to print out print line, not print. I want to print every weirdness of an integer in each line, not in just one row. Just each of them should be in different rows. Okay, yeah. What if it's greater than 20? Then it's greater than 20. Then you point out and is not weird. Perfection. Okay, now we do have something left here, I think. Okay, let's see what we have done so far. First, we ask the user, aka you guys, how many integers do you want to check the weirdness of? Then you insert that, and then we're going to generate the number of whatever number that you just inputted here. We're going to check its weirdness, whether it's an even number or odd number. If it's an even number, we check the range that is at, and then depending on the range and whether it's an even or odd number, we print out weird or is not weird. So yeah, that's basically the first part of this algorithm. So now all you have to do is call this this method in our main method. I'm pretty sure you guys by now are already familiar with the main method. I mean, I've been talking about it for almost every video of mine that I've been doing. So I will be leaving the link to my playlist where I speak in Java, where you can basically know how or everything that I didn't explain, how it works here. Okay, yeah, what did I say? Resource SN is never closed. Actually, let's say surprise, because you're not using try catch block, because we are not ready to be doing exception handling yet. So I'll be showing you guys exception handling in one of my future videos, where I'll be showing you how to read a file, or how to add in a file a text file or a binary file. I will actually be doing both. I'm wasting time. Let me just compile this thing and check if it works. So if you have to debug, we'll just do it. Look at that. I just wrote a code without a test. I'm awesome. Let's say we want to check 7 integers. 51, 40 is not weird. 40 is greater than 20 and is an even number, then yeah, it's definitely not weird. 51 is an odd number, it is weird. 20 is in the range of 6 to 20, so it should point out this weird. And then 10 is in the range of 6 to 20 also, so it should point out it's weird. 60 is greater than 20, it's an even number, so it should definitely point out it's not weird. Okay, this is this ladies and gentlemen, is the first part of an if else statement. On our next part, I'll be showing you guys how to input. I'm pretty sure you guys know that, but then I feel like it's most important to give you guys more control on how you want your program to run, whether you want the integers you want to check be generated randomly, or you want there's a specific integer that you want to check between 1 and 100, where it's the weirdness of and the range and all that. By the way, you don't necessarily need to be bounded with these ranges or checking if it's an even or not. I was just showing you guys that if else statements are very important. Also, if you want to pursue machine learning, maybe you want to be a machine learning engineer and you want to be more active in AI, I do really hope that you enjoyed this lesson, because if else statements are they're like the core of AI. That's like the majority of the code when it comes to coding an AI program, whether it's a chatbot or whatever it is that is involved with AI. Trust me, almost about 50% of the code will be if else statements. So please do get familiar with these ones. Okay, that worked perfectly fine. Now let me get ready to show you guys how to write another how to write. I just explained to you guys, so why am I freezing now? How to write another method that will be giving a user power to input whatever integer that they want to input there, and then they check the weirdness of that integer after inputting it. So that being said, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are done. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a like, and stay tuned for more amazing Java content.